Hi everyone. I would like to know if you have been following Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio. His involvement in many issues, his book Hillbilly Elegy, or his political career may have introduced you to him. Wait until you see what has recently attracted the most attention if you think you already know everything there is to know about him. Unexpectedly, J.D. Vance's eyeliner has garnered media attention. You heard right. His eyeliner application has grown too noticeable to ignore. Stay with me, because this story is much more fascinating than you can ever believe. Why is J.D. Vance's eyeliner getting so much attention? Is a question you may be asking yourself. When J.D. Vance recently appeared at a public event, many people couldn't help but notice how striking his eyeliner looked. Normally, politicians' cosmetic decisions don't attract media attention. It quickly garnered attention on social media, in political forums, and even in the news, despite being a small feature. Where had J.D. Vance's eyeliner gone? Before we begin, let's take a step back. J.D. Vance has been controversial for a number of reasons. He received significant praise for his best-selling book Hillbilly Elegy, in which he opened up about his Appalachian upbringing and the challenges he faced. That novel became a cultural classic, and his name catapulted to national stardom. Vance later got involved in politics by endorsing conservative causes and running for Ohio's U.S. Senate seat. Because of this, the public has always perceived J.D. Vance as a political figure, with a limited platform and strong opinions. But instead of focusing only on his ideas or beliefs, people are talking more and more about his appearance, particularly his eyeliner. You might ask why. However, this is not just a trend. Some have drawn notice to his eyeliner, questioning why he wears it so conspicuously. The eyeliner almost seems to have become a symbol, an unspoken statement about his public persona, and it caught the attention of the media and the general public right once. Some people think it's a bold move, while others question whether it's intentional or just part of his grooming routine. Whatever the reason, one thing is for sure. J.D. Vance's eyeliner is inevitable. Is he trying to communicate himself? Or is it only a question of preference? He hasn't given an official explanation, but the debates around it are getting more and more intense. The fact that so many people are talking about his makeup may not seem like much, but it brings up an interesting point about public figures and the scrutiny they are subjected to. Politicians, celebrities, and members of the public are usually held to very high standards when it comes to looks. Every small detail, including their outfit, hairstyle, and yes, even eyeliner, is talked about in public. Whether intentional or not, J.D. Vance's eyeliner is just another example of how notable personalities get questioned about things that have nothing to do with their actual employment. More broader concerns about appearance, masculinity, and social standards are also brought up by the uproar around J.D. Vance's eyeliner. In many political settings, there is an unspoken expectation about how men in leadership positions should behave and look. It could be considered odd or unusual to apply makeup, or even to be more fashion-forward. Thus, J.D. Vance's eyeliner becomes a subtle yet powerful illustration of how a person's appearance, in addition to their words and deeds, influences public opinion. But it's crucial to keep in mind that J.D. Vance has dealt with criticism before. Whether it has to do with his book or his political views, he has been the focus of many heated discussions. Perhaps his eyeliner is simply the latest in a long line of characteristics that make him unique. Once more, J.D. Vance is pushing the envelope and encouraging conversation, whether people like it or not. So what is the lesson here? J.D. Vance's eyeliner is making waves and is a reflection of how public figures are constantly in the spotlight, despite the fact that it may seem like a minor detail. It also reminds us that people, especially politicians, are often judged by standards other than their actions and programs. In addition to being a time of self-expression, it also functions as a cultural critique of how the public scrutinizes every aspect of a person's appearance. Even though J.D. Vance's eyeliner is getting too much attention right now, it's difficult to ignore it. Please let me know if you think J.D. Vance's eyeliner is just a passing trend, or if you think it represents something deeper about prominent figures. It's an interesting conversation that reveals a lot about how we view celebrities. If you want to be notified of all the latest news like this one, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on alerts. I assure you won't want to miss what happens next. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the upcoming video.